Even in what some might consider a remote outpost in the landscape of college football, rivalries are everywhere. Travel along I-10 and only 46 miles separate the two schools that will square off today for the right to claim the Silver Spade. New Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So UTEP's offense will go to work first. The Miners picked their spots well in the clutch moments in the last meeting, but the Aggies tried to sift through that tape and try not to repeat the mistakes in this one.
It's one of the things I think UTEP really prides themselves on. When you talk to their coaching staff in the past, they say it's the small moments in games that we have to win. We've got to be the smarter team. We've got to take care of the football, and I think it was in those moments. That's why they won that game.
And I think it's easier said than done, though, Palmer. Like, in a rivalry game, to keep those emotions in check, to not make those stupid mistakes, stupid penalties. UTEP did a great job in their last meeting.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Wilson. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. It's caught. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. In the Battle of I-10, they play for a couple of trophies. The Silver Spade, which dates back to 1955, and the Mayor's Cup since 1982. But you know it as the Brass Spittoon.
I'm already confused. I mean, I know this is a rivalry game, and I love these trophies, but multiple trophies, I'm a little bit confused. But UTEP, New Mexico State, Jesse, they're playing for something today.
Yeah, and listen, I know there's Indiana and Michigan State fans out there going, wait, that's our trophy. No. For 109 years, UTEP and New Mexico State, they've been going at it. This one means a lot.
The sure hands, it's Smith. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Taylor. There he goes. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Miners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wilson. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Pride. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Callaway. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take just a moment to talk about New Mexico State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. To the ground with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Miners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. On the move at the 30. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Quick completion on the out route. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Oregon is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 14 to USC. We will circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies! Great job by the back on the option.
love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, though.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to throw. It's Nelson. Caught near the sticks. It's Odom. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The first meeting between these two way back in 1914 when the Texas College of Mines traveled to Las Cruces, New Mexico to face New Mexico A&M.
Yeah, and that's cool, Reese. I love that you know the history of these games. It's so impressive, and I know you were covering that game, and it was a close one. It was back and forth, but it's evolved into the Silver Spade Trophy and the Brass Platoon, so we got all kinds of things going on here, Palmer.
Yeah, I don't know if the I-10 was even around all those years ago. Probably a dirt road somewhere, but I know this. Both schools on that road didn't like each other then. They don't like each other now.
The Miners will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Catch inside the 25. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The give to the back. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Miners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Miners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, UTEP!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. On the move and looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field, but when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. Now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's a heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Safe completion on the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, someone's leaving that stadium today with the brass spittoon after an entertaining first half.
And the Miners will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Callaway. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wilson on the carry. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miners!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Aggies just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down. Working that left side. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll run it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. How how about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Miners have their offense in high gear. Back to pass, it's Nelson. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Under fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll go back to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
12th play of the drive coming up, but they've got a long way to go here on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On target to the left. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Miners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with him. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Guys, let's chat about New Mexico State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong.
There he goes! Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
First down for the offense.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. UTEP takes home the brass spittoon, and we close out another edition of one of the great rivalries in the Southwest. And you know the Aggies are already looking forward to get a chance at payback. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.